Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Today is the first day of Ramadan. So, happy Ramadan to all of you and welcome to this online class. In this class, I'll discuss about hemostasis. Hemostasis is a Greek word that means prevention of blood loss. Hem means blood and stasis means making something motionless. So, making blood motionless, that is prevention of blood loss, is hemostasis. And this is the definition of hemostasis: spontaneous arrest of bleeding by physiological process when minute vessels are ruptured. And this process should be spontaneous. This process is physiological process, and this physiological process and spontaneous arrest of bleeding occurs when minute vessels are ruptured. This is called hemostasis. So these are the events of hemostasis, that is vascular constriction or vasospasm, formation of a platelet plug, blood coagulation, eventual growth of fibrous tissue, that is also known as fibrous organization, and dissolution of blood clot. Now this figure shows the different steps of vascular spasm, platelet plaque formation and blood coagulation. See here that first figure shows the vascular injury, then the spasm, vasospasm, and then the platelet plaque formation, and lastly the blood clot formation, that is blood coagulation. Vascular spasm, it is the first event of hemostasis and it occurs immediately after the blood vessel is injured. And in this step, vessel will be contract, and this is known as vascular spasm, and it is done by nervous reflexes, by local myogenic spasm, and by some vasoconstrictors. Nervous reflexes are pain reflexes that are from traumatized vessel or nearby tissues, and the local myogenic spasm or contraction means the smooth muscle that is present in the vascular wall, contraction of this smooth muscle due to direct damage. And the last is vasoconstrictors. There are some strong vasoconstrictors like angiotensin 2 and serotonin, which is produced by endothelial cells, and another vasoconstrictor is thromboxane A2, that is produced by activated platelets. They are very strong vasoconstrictor and they cause vasoconstriction. So in this three-way vascular constriction occurs, that is vasospasm. So another point should be noted that more the injury, more will be the vascular spasm, and so less will be the bleeding. And you see that when there is a sharp cut injury, there will be more bleeding than the crashed injury, because in crash injury the vessel wall will be more traumatized, so there will be more vascular spasm than the sharp cut injury. So bleeding will be more in sharp cut injury. Now the second step, that is platelet plaque formation, it means that accumulation of platelet in the vascular hole. And this platelet plaque formation also has three steps. That is, first step is platelet adherence to the subendothelium, then platelet activation, and third is platelet cohesion. Now first is, that is platelet adherence to subendothelium, and you know that subendothelium is present under the endothelium. So any trauma or injury to the endothelium causes exposure of the subendothelium, and when subendothelium is exposed, platelet will be attached to this subendothelium. And after the adherence to the subendothelium, platelet become activated. And in this figure, you see the activated platelet. It becomes swelled up, it becomes irregular and sticky. And these activated platelets secrete ADP and thromboxane A2. And last step of platelet plaque formation is platelet cohesion. The activated platelet secretes ADP and thromboxane A2. The activated platelets secrete ADP and thromboxane A2, and these ADP and thromboxane A2 cause activation or attraction, at first attraction of the nearby platelets and then activating them. And as because the activated platelets are very much sticky, this stickiness of this platelet causes adherence and accumulate to form platelet plaque. Now the importance of the platelet plaque. It is extremely important for closing the minute ruptures in very small blood vessels, and these minute ruptures of the small vessels occurs thousands times in the circulation, and this is healed by platelet plaque formation. So it is very important. And then you see the steps of platelet plaque formation. At first, when the endothelium is ruptured, subendothelium is exposed, and in this subendothelium layer collagen is present and platelet will adhere to this collagen, and when they become adherent, they become activated, and activated platelet secretes thromboxane A2 and ADP, which attracts the other circulating platelets, and then they become activated. And due to this stickiness of the platelet, activated platelet, they adhere and form the platelet plaque. Now blood coagulation. It is the third step of hemostasis. Blood coagulation means it is the process by which liquid blood is converted to jelly-like mass. It is called blood coagulation, or also it is also known as blood clot. And the clot begins to develop within 15 to 20 seconds if the trauma is severe, and if the trauma is minor, it takes more time, that is, it takes 1 to 2 minutes. And within 3 to 6 minutes, the entire opening or broken end of the vessel will be filled with this blood clot if the rupture is small. And after 20 minutes to an hour, the clot retracts. That is, clot retraction occurs after 20 minutes. Now the fourth step of hemostasis is fibrous organization of the blood clot. After formation of the blood clot, that is after blood coagulation, this clot is invaded by fibroblast and form connective tissue all through the clot, and this complete organization, that is complete fibrous organization of this clot, occurs within 1 to 2 weeks. And another fate is dissolution of the blood clot. The blood, after blood coagulation, that is after formation of the blood clot, it may be dissoluted, and this dissolution is done by an enzyme, and the process is known as fibrinolysis. So this is all for today. Next class I'll discuss blood coagulation in details. So thank you and Allah Hafiz.